Welcome guys, it's me, your biology facilitator Dr. Seema Sharma, and you are watching my YouTube channel BioHub. Dear friends, blood is one of the connective tissues of human body. The major two components of human blood are the fluid part, which is called plasma. It constitutes 55% of the total blood, and the cellular part, which includes three types of blood cells, RBCs, WBCs and platelets, constitute nearly 46% of the total blood. In this video, you're going to learn about the major key differences between these three types of blood cells. So without further ado, let's get started. In medical terminology, RBCs, they are called as erythrocytes, WBCs are known as leukocytes, and thrombocytes is the term for platelets. Appearance-wise, RBCs are red in color due to the presence of hemoglobin, and WBCs are light purplish to pink, but generally they are colorless. Similarly, platelets are also colorless. Cytoproduction of RBCs is red bone marrow, which is present in our flat bones like sternum, pelvic bone and rib bones. On the other hand, we have two production sites for WBCs, and these are bone marrow and thymus. Platelets are also produced in bone marrow, but by special type of cells, and they are known as megakaryocytes. Coming to the shape, RBCs are biconcave, disc shape. WBCs are spherical, amoeboid or irregular in shape, and platelets are disc shaped to irregular. Now let's compare the size to RBCs. Their diameter ranges between 6 to 8 micrometer. On the other hand, WBCs are bigger than RBCs and their diameter ranges between 12 to 17 micrometer. Whereas smallest one among these three type of blood cells are the platelets, where the diameter is just 2 to 3 micrometer. One more interesting key difference is about the nucleus. RBCs are enucleated without any nucleus. On the other hand, WBCs are nucleated. Platelets are also without any nucleus. Now let's compare the count of these blood cells per microliter of blood. RBCs, in men their number is 4.5 to 5.9 million cells, whereas in case of women it's slightly lesser and the range is between 4.1 to 5.1 million cells. On the other hand, 4,500 to 11,000 cells per microliter is the count of WBCs in our blood. And the number of platelets ranges between 1,50,000 to 4,50,000. Now let's compare the lifespan. On an average, the lifespan of RBCs is around 120 days, and after that, these old RBCs are dispatched to liver and then they are broken down there. Coming to WBCs, in your NCERT books, it's mentioned that their lifespan is from 12 to 20 days. But we have 5 different subtypes of WBCs and their lifespan varies from few hours to several years. Platelets, their lifespan is also very less, around 7 to 10 days. Coming to the types, RBCs are of one type. Platelets are also of one type. But WBCs, which are actually the soldiers of our body, they are of basically two types, granulocytes and agranulocytes, and they are further divisible into these 5 subtypes. Now let's take up the function. You know, RBCs are meant to transport oxygen from lungs to each and every cell of the body, and while returning back, a smaller percentage of carbon dioxide is also carried by these RBCs. On the other hand, WBCs are the part of defense system. They boost our immunity and fight infections. Similarly, platelets also plays a very important role in clotting of blood wherever there is a wound or injury. Now let's know about one more interesting key difference, that is about movement. RBCs cannot move on their own. Similarly, platelets also cannot move of their own, but WBCs have the ability of moving out from the blood vessels and going to lymph tissue to countercheck the intruders with the help of amoeboid movement. Last and equally interesting key difference is about the number increment. Now, what is this number increment? The number of RBCs increases during exercise and it also increases when you move to higher altitude. Similarly, the number of WBCs also increases during infections. An increase in the number of platelets is also noticed during inflammation. So that's it about the major key differences between these three types of blood cells. With this, it's time to wind up this video. Thank you so much for watching and supporting BioHub. Take care. Bye-bye.